Good afternoon, Tigers fans, and welcome back to Horace Fleming III Field for what should be a fantastic football game today. The Wilson Tigers will host the Ballou Knights in what should be a fun one. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Nat, what are the keys to the game for Wilson, and who are you eyeing on the Wilson Tigers team?
Well, it's going to be a great game today, hopefully, so far, if the rain can hold out. Both teams have struggled so far this season. Wilson coming into this game 0-5, and Ballou coming into this game 2-4. For either team, really, whichever team can get the run game going and really establish it early and often is going to be successful in this game. We know both teams have multiple running backs that can be successful, so if they're able to get the run game going and get some good yardage and then allow their quarterbacks to make some plays happen, they could be successful.
So some projected rain at about 2:30. We're hoping that'll hold off, but at the moment we're partly cloudy and about 75 degrees as the clouds are cooling us down for a minute here. The Wilson Tigers homecoming game at Horace Fleming III Field. We got about 10 minutes until the refs will meet the captains in the center field. We'll be back then.
Tiger fans, are y'all ready for some football? It's homecoming! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Horace Fleming III Field on the incredible campus of Wilson High School for today's homecoming contest featuring the Knights from Ballou High School and your Wilson Tigers. The officials for today's game, referee is Tony Morgan. Umpire Keith Early, head linesman Gary Kennard, line judge Charles Harris, back judge Brian Washington. The clock operator is Tyrone Taylor, and the train crew, Rodney Henderson, Lasan Anderson, and Precious Porter. Thank them for their service for this afternoon's contest. The District of Columbia Public Schools and the District of Columbia Interscholastic Athletic Association believe that good sportsmanship is an integral component of interscholastic competition. In order for good sportsmanship to prevail, coaches, student athletes, and fans must display respect, fairness, civility, honesty, and responsibility before, during, and after all athletic contests. We encourage fans to enthusiastically support their team, recognize outstanding performance of the opponents, and always exhibit good sportsmanship in words and actions. Ladies and gentlemen, profanity, derogatory comments, and other intimidating words or actions directed at game officials, student athletes, coaches, teams, representatives, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal for the site of competition. Be a positive representative of your school community. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we also must let you know that face coverings are required at all athletic events, indoors or outdoors. Coaches, athletic trainers, officials, spectators, and athletic personnel must all have face coverings at all times. This applies to you as well, spectators. So we ask you for your guidance and support, and we want you to be safe. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, concessions are on sale by the Wilson Athletic Committee. There are several items over there: pizza, wings, warm chocolate chip cookies, cinnamon rolls, chips, candy, soda, tea, and water. The concession stand is located in the gym lobby to the left top of the stadium. Please support your Wilson Athletic Department by supporting the concession stand. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the end zone for the presentation of the colors for today's game. Presenting the colors for today's game, please welcome the Woodrow Wilson High School Honor Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to remain standing at attention until the colors have been retired, following the singing of our national anthem by Anthony Pierce.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flame
Tiger fans, are you ready for some football? Let's make some noise. It's homecoming 2021. Let's get ready for the Tigers.
So welcome back if you're just joining us. About 45 seconds and counting here until the Tigers will meet at center field. Looks like Ian Wall making his first captain appearance alongside Alex Godoviterne, the Tigers quarterback, Armani Johnson, and Nakai Robinson. The Tigers are coming to this one struggling a bit. 0-5 in their last 5 games. A loss at Yorktown 43-17. A loss here at Horace Fleming III Field 12-7. And a 43-0 loss against Archbishop Carroll. And the last 2 weeks, which you have missed if you're tuned into Wilson Live often, at Woodson and at Roosevelt, 34-7 loss and a 36-6 loss. So the Tigers looking to turn it around. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Nat, what do we know about this Ballou team, and what are they going to bring for the Tigers, and how can the Tigers stop that defensively?
We don't know much about this Ballou team, but what we do know is they're coming into this game 2-4. Really, I would say 1-4, as one of their wins is coming off of a forfeit. But they've had a tough schedule. They've played some tough teams and haven't had many in-conference teams. In the DCIA, they're 0-2. But what we know about their offense is they're going to go to the run game a lot. A lot of quarterback runs and just getting the run game often and early with different running backs. On the roster, they have 6 guys that have been tallied for runs, and a lot of them have been efficient, and then a lot of them have just been getting a lot of carries. So look for them to really get the run game going, and then they have some talented deep threats that look for them to pass the ball. So either team right now, I feel like whoever can get the run game going, and especially if it starts raining, the run game is going to be even more prevalent. If the ball gets slippery and certain things like that. So if whichever team's offensive line can play better or really give the running backs the opportunity to make something happen, they're going to be looking good in this game.
Yeah, rain projected here any minute now. We're hoping that just doesn't include thunder and we'll be able to play on. The DCIAA standings not favoring both Ballou and Wilson. They're both sitting at the bottom of the standings right now at 0-2. We've got Dunbar at the top with the 2-0 record, Roosevelt right behind them with the 2-0 record, and Woodson with the 2-0 record. And then it falls down. Wilson 0-2, Ballou 0-2, and Eastern 0-2. So dare I say it, this is a must-win for the Tigers here at Horace Fleming III Field.
Yeah, but it's never too late for either of these teams to really turn it around. As mentioned, towards an entry near towards the playoffs, either team, if they can gain some momentum after this win by either team, whichever team can knock each other off and try to build on that. We both know these teams have talented guys and have some superstars on their roster. If they can build around that and their team starts playing better, these teams can make a run.
Yeah, so Coach Minoso Rogers, the Tigers head coach, comes into this one having some experience with Ballou. He actually coached there the 3 years before he coached at Wilson, and with a winning record in general for the Ballou Knights. So he'll face off against his former team, and we'll see what he knows about his former team, and we'll see if the Tigers can take advantage of this Ballou Knights team here.
Yeah, not a good sign. A couple raindrops dropping down in early. Hope for this rain to just stay at rain and we avoid the thunderstorm that is on the radar. But if it stays clear, should be a beautiful day for football and a beautiful homecoming day.
Saturday, 2:03 p.m. At Horace Fleming III Field here. About 750 people here filled in the stands. Not a great turnout as the rain is coming. But tune into Wilson Live. We'll be here all day covering this for you and getting you the most rapid coverage.
Looks like Wilson's offense is going to hit the field first. Ballou's going to kick this one off. See if Wilson can make something happen early on this possession. We know they really struggled throughout this season on the offensive end. So if they can make something happen and get a touchdown or get a score early, it's looking good for them.
Yeah, I like that decision by the Tigers here as the rain is coming. You want to get a score early and maybe hold off if the rain is going to affect the passing game. So get the ball early, get the momentum, and hopefully hold off these Ballou Knights team. Look for Landon Prince and Armani Johnson back there to make a big return. We know Landon Prince likes to get in open space and break some tackles. We'll see what he can do on this opening kickoff.
We know they scored one before this season. See if dangerous people to send this one back. So see what happens here.
As the rain's coming, the kickoff will be waved off by the refs.
They're going to redo this one, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like the Ballou Knights don't have a set kicker here, so we'll see how that plays in this game. We know we've played last 3 games you guys have seen here. There hasn't been a solid kicker on either roster, so we know that doesn't totally affect teams as much as you think it might.
Yeah, we saw a different kicker than the ones kicking now, warming up before the game. Saw him knock in an extra point, so interesting to see if a different kicker is taking the kick here.
And we're underway here at Horace Fleming III Field. Armani Johnson will get the return and try to make some man miss. He's to the 30, and he'll be brought down after shoveling to about the 39-yard line for the Tigers offense to enter the field.
Yeah, beautiful return there right there by Armani Johnson. We know he's all over the field on special teams, offense and defense. So we'll look for him to be a big player in this game on all sides of the ball. As we can see there, as Wilson gets some great field position to get this game started.
Alex Godoviterne, the Tigers quarterback, looks into this one, hoping that he can get a passing touchdown. Is it simply just setting up the run game, Nat, that is going to make him successful, or does he need to create plays more often?
It just depends on how the run game is going. If the run game is successful in some of the games that they've had, then it can work, and if they can stay off the penalty flags, which has really killed their offense in certain games. But if the penalty flag are getting thrown and the run game isn't effective, then he's going to make plays, which we know he can. But a big factor in that is the offensive line.
Godoviterne in the shotgun, per usual, with Prince behind him. Armani Johnson to the bottom of your screen, and he'll hand it off to Prince, who hits a gap and will break through, still not going down. Pushed forward by Mason Lindsley, the right tackle, and we'll get to about midfield on a good run, opening up the Tigers offense for a first down.
Yeah, beautiful block right there. Interesting, Wilson makes a big play. Like we talked about earlier, Ian Wall having his first captain appearance. We usually don't see him on the offensive side of the ball. We know he's a very talented kicker, punter, and linebacker. But to have him out there and block, that was the best blocks I've seen so far this season for this Wilson Tigers. So looking good so far.
Godoviterne in the shotgun again, 11 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. He'll take the snap, and the play will be blown dead. It looks like a false start of some kind.
Another interesting factor, they think that that call is going to be on Wilson, and they're going to be walking back, which is not a good sign, as we know they've struggled with them. But having Connor Riley, the fullback in the backfield, should open up some more stuff for the run game. So if they can really load the box and lay some good blocks for either one of the running backs, Landon Prince or Mikey Rosebar, to make something happen, it's looking good for this Wilson team.
Yeah, interesting decision by Coach Rogers. Wonder what allowed him or forced him to switch that up. But usually you see a shotgun formation with either Mike, Landon Prince, or Armani to either side. But good to see a fullback out there. Alex in the shotgun once again with Prince behind him. Connor Riley, the fullback, to the left. He'll hand it off once again, and Prince is swallowed up for no gain. He breaks free, but the play is blown dead.
Yeah, Wilson players not happy with that call as they wanted him to not be called down on that, as he would have been able to break 3 for a big run and maybe for 6.
The rain picking up here for a 2nd and 15.
Second down and 15 for the Tigers.
Wilson continues to go to the only 2 wide receivers and really stack in the box. See if it works this time.
2nd and 15 here with 10 minutes and counting. Gadavaterne in the shotgun with Connor Riley to his left. Landon Prince to his right once again. The blitz comes and Prince tries to bounce it out to the outside. Tries to make one miss, but he will be tackled for a big loss there.
Landon Prince on the carry.
Yeah, not the greatest blocks right there, as it's going to set up for a big 3rd and long. But Landon, it's looking right now that they can't bring him down. Even though they were able to push him out of bounds, they still weren't able to tackle him with around 3 or 4 Ballou defenders on that. So if that's any sign of how these Ballou defenders are going to be able to tackle, it's looking good for Wilson.
Prince frustrated as he went to the sideline. After that play, he counted how many people were tackling him and still was not brought down. So a good sign early for the run game, but look to create a hole here on a long 3rd down. Gadavaterne in the shotgun once again. He'll motion Armani Johnson across the field. Gadavaterne takes a snap and will drop back and pass. He steps up in a collapses pocket, and he'll roll out to the left, to the 50, to the 40. A huge gain for Alex Gadavaterne. Big run after the pocket collapses on an attempted pass.
Yeah, huge play right there. We know Alex has all the characteristics to be a great quarterback. Shows his wheels there. Has to be able to pick up a 3rd and 19. If you're Ballou there, you've got to be frustrated with that play, as you play great defense 2 plays in a row. Had 2 tackles for loss and a penalty, and to get that up on 3rd down on a quarterback scramble after you bring great pressure, that's got to be frustrating.
We know Gadavaterne can do that. He's a big frame, 6'4", 215, and likes to get into the open field and make some people miss. So good to see early in the game that Gadavaterne is getting the run game going.
Wilson continues to have Riley in the backfield and Wall out there to block. Two tight end set.
Gadavaterne takes the snap and will drop back to pass once again, looking for Wall and hit from behind what should be an incomplete pass, but recovered by the Ballou Knights, and the referees will call it a fumble. Super unfortunate for the Tigers. Gadavaterne hit while he throws, but looks like the arm was going in the forward motion.
Yeah, great defense right there by Ballou to be able to pick up that fumble, recover, and to bat that one down. Don't know exactly if the call was correct or not, but the pocket collapsed right there, and Gadavaterne didn't realize that Ballou defensive end was behind him, and so he's just easily able to put the hand on the ball and knock it down. So as we see the Ballou Knights enter the field on offense for the first time, see if they can make something happen after defense picks up a big turnover. Zion Pierce under center. We know he can do both things, pass the ball and get on the ground. So look for him to be running a lot this game so far, especially if this rain continues. And if we're talking about this Wilson defense, it all starts with the linebackers of Mikey Rosebar and Ian Wall. We know those are talented guys. They stop the run, stop the pass, and so if they can be effective, then looking dangerous for Ballou.
Zion Pierce hands it off to Khalil Burgess for about a 3-yard gain.
Khalil Burgess on the carry.
Yeah, great tackle right there by Wilson to stop that run, only a 2 or 3 yard gain. But look for Ballou to have multiple guys in the backfield running and switching it up and keeping them fresh.
A 2nd and 7 will be set up here. 8 minutes and 50 seconds. The clock is ticking down. Zion Pierce setting up his offense. He'll go under center. Audible into the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap and roll to his right. Looking downfield, shovels it to Khalil Burgess, but broken up. A little bit of a slippage there as the rain plays a factor early here for the Ballou Knights.
Yeah, interesting play to really go to the boot right away. No play action, but just rolls to that right side. Looking downfield, Wilson's cornerbacks were able to pick up on everything. But then, like we talked about it, this rain is going to make a huge factor, as we'd be able to pick up a couple yard gain. A player slips and it's an incomplete pass, leading to a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers, that's what you want from the Ballou Knights. You want the rollouts, you want the passes. That's where the Tigers are effective, and their secondary, boy, are they aggressive, and they really do damage for this Tigers team. A heavy blitz coming as Pierce will take it and go to the right side, met by Casey Wood, and lit up and tackled on the sideline. Oh boy, that was number 2 Jason Collins and Ian Wall, a combination of both.
Yeah, big tackle right there. Looking like the game plan is they did their game plan. They know that the quarterback runs were going to happen, and so it's going to lead to a 4th down. Looks like the punt team is going to come on, but looks like they were ready for the QB sneak, since they've been really struggled with that in other games.
So like great to see a 3rd and out there for the Tigers after the Gadavaterne fumble.
The Knights are back in good formation.
See how talented this punter is. Like we talked about, other teams have struggled and have gone for 4th down because they don't have a punter on their roster. But looks like Ballou is confident in their punter to go for it on this first drive.
Look for Landon Prince to make a return here. You saw the broken tackles early in this game. Pretty solid punt. Muffed by Prince, but he'll sit on it at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play right there. Went for the bounce. Originally tried to go for a fair catch, but wasn't able to read the ball right. Bounces on the ground, almost slips out of his hands, but able to jump on it, which is lucky for these Wilson Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a shout out to the Wilson classes of 1990 and 91.
The Tigers had a very, I feel like they were working on their offensive game so far, but then gave up a turnover on a fumble. So look for them to continue to work on the run game, which was successful in that first drive.
To get additional information.
A 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Wilson Tigers. Gadavaterne in the shotgun once again with his fullback Connor Riley to the right of him. Prince to the left of him. Wall in the slot formation.
There's a timeout on the field.
Ref calling a timeout. Don't know exactly what the call is going to be about. Oh, there's going to be no call. Looks like some personnel issues.
Gadavaterne in the shotgun once again. Prince to his left and Connor Riley to his right. Looked like someone jumped off sides on the line there for the Ballou Knights. That'll be about 5 yards for the Tigers.
That's another key factor in this game for both teams. Whichever team can really keep that penalty flag off the field for them is going to win this game. We know the Wilson Tigers on both sides of the ball struggle with that, really slowing down their offense and giving teams an opportunity to score by just giving them free yards. So whichever team can stay off the penalties has a great shot to win this game.
So Rosebar will check in for Connor Riley. Look to see him in the fullback position this play.
Wilson continues to stack the box with having 2 wide receivers towards that offensive line to help block.
Gadavaterne takes the snap in the shotgun and hands it off to Prince to his right once again. He's brought down for no gain.
Landon Prince on the carry.
Great blocking, great defensive play right there to shed the blocks and pick up a great tackle, leading to a still 2nd and short just due to the penalty, but great defensive play right there.
Khalil H. on that tackle, setting up a 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left. The Tigers battling through the rain here on this possession.
Ball is on the 36-yard line.
Really starting to come down. Hopefully we stay away from that thunder and lightning, which will shut down the game if it happens.
Gadavaterne motions Jason Collins to his left, who makes a man miss and will be brought down short of a first down once again. Interesting little play there as they motion Jason Collins out of the running back formation and hit him in the open field for a little bit of a gain.
Short third down right here. Liking the play calls from Wilson. I think it's smart to not try to attack downfield, especially if the ball can be slippery. Already had one turnover this game, but now got to make something happen. As you had the penalty flag on first down to make it 1st and 5, but now it's 3rd and 4, so you've only gained 1 yard in 2 plays, which is not looking good.
Rain coming down heavy here, setting up a 3rd and 4. Let's see if that'll affect it if Godoviterne decides to pass this one. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Jason Collins, who has a big hole, but he's met by 2 defenders and wrapped up for the tackle by Khalil H.
Looks like the punt team's coming out. Wilson gets stopped, 4 and out. Rain really coming down now. It's starting to pour.
Back to punt for the Tigers, number 11.
Unfortunate once again, the punt team coming out here.
So both teams now have had a punt on each side. On the first possession, Wilson looked like to be working down the field nicely, but this time gets stopped even after a penalty on that first drive.
Big Ian Wall, the captain for this game, back there to punt it. A muff snap, and Wall will decide to take it and run to his right side. He's trying to make a play happen, and he does for what seems to be a first down. What a play by Wall there after the muff snap. He decides to take it to his right.
Huge play right there. Like we talked about before, Wilson has had some struggles on punts and kicks where the snappers has some bad snaps and miscommunications. Same thing right there, but Wall is a great athlete, able to pick up the ball after the muff snapped and pick up the first down on his own to keep this Wilson Tigers team on the field.
Wall doing everything for the Tigers. He's gotten in on some offensive sets early in this one as the tight end or blocker position, and picks up a first down on a muff punt, playing some linebacker. Ian Wall for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wilson continues to really stack the box this time. 2 running backs in the backfield.
Godoviterne in the shotgun once again. He'll motion Landon Prince to his left side, and he drops the pass. What seems to be affected by the rain, a slippery football there.
Yeah, both teams looking affected now by the rain. So it looks like it's going to be a huge factor in this game. So whichever team can, like I said before, whichever team can get the run game going, that's going to be the most effective offense. Wilson continues to go for those short passes, which I like, but they got to make something happen on the run game.
Yeah, agreed. 2nd and 10 here on the 41. Look for a big play here from the Tigers. Godoviterne in the shotgun once again. Rosebar to his right, Prince to his left. He'll hand it off to Collins, but he fumbles it and will sit on it once again for a big loss. Collins on that right side and takes the handoff.
Yeah, rain really making a factor. Some of their players don't have gloves on. I feel like it would help if they had gloves on, or just trying to keep that ball dry as much dry as possible. Whereas you don't expect someone to muff a ball based on just a run, but Alex tries to hand the ball off, and Jason Collins almost loses the ball, but lucky to be able to jump on that one. So big 3rd down right here. 3rd and long.
Tigers on the 37-yard line. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Godoviterne in the shotgun with Prince to his right. Look for Armani Johnson to the bottom of your screen. Godoviterne will take the snap and drop back to pass. He hits Messiah Petty towards the sideline, and he's brought down.
To Messiah Petty.
Yeah, pocket still collapsing right there. Godoviterne had to get that one out quickly. Didn't have much time, so another 3rd and out for this Wilson team, even after a big special teams play to pick up the first down. So the punt team is back on, see if they can connect on this one.
Back in punt formation, Ian Wall. Back deep for the Knights, number 4.
Yeah, you hope for just a successful punt here from the Tigers after a long third down. No shenanigans here. Riley will snap it. And he does successfully into the hands of Wall, who will have a pretty good punt into the hands of no one. Rolls to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, beautiful roll right there. Got pretty lucky on that one and is able to bring that one inside the 20. So Ballou is not going to have the greatest field position back deep in their own territory. So if Wilson can maybe get a turnover, they'll be in some great position if they get a turnover to score. Wilson's defense on the field. Ballou's first opportunity to offensive possession led to a 3rd and out. See if they can do that again.
Zion Pierce under center once again. A 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Pierce takes a snap and drops back to pass. He'll shovel it out to the left side for a huge wrap-up tackle by Mikey Rosebar.
Yeah, both sides of the defense look exceptional right now. Not really getting either team has really not been able to get anything to go on the offensive end. So it's going to lead to a 2nd down and long. See if Wilson can still continue to get back in the backfield and continue what they're doing.
Tigers look good here early on the defensive side.
And 14 for the Knights. From the 16-yard line.
Ballou 3 backs in the backfield, or 2 backs in the backfield, sorry. See if they continue to go the run game or try to test this Wilson secondary.
Pierce really audibling this offense around. He's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, but center decides not to snap that. That'll be a false start offense.
Against the Knights.
So like I said, Ballou keeps backing themselves back inside their own 10. Great opportunity right here by Wilson if they can get a stop here and have some great field position to allow their offense or to make something happen.
The ball would be placed at the 9-yard line. It'd be 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, this would be a huge stop here for the Tigers, especially in the Knights territory. Pierce under shotgun. Keyshawn to his right. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Keyshawn, who is wrapped up. Another huge tackle, a combination of Aiden Shaw and Nikai Robinson.
Yeah, Nikai Robinson looks to be really getting the backfield great, and that's his 2nd tackle on this drive for in the backfield. So looking great for this Wilson defense, and see if their offense can feed off this, as it's going to be a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, we know the Tigers like to hit heavy. They've got the 2 leading tacklers in the DCIA in Ian Wall and Robert Nelson, who hasn't done much today. Pierce rolls out to his right. Will try to break a couple tackles and pick up a 1st, but to no avail. He'll be tackled at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, pressure was really getting to him right there. Lucky to avoid the safety as he was in the back of his own end zone, and those Wilson defensive linemen were running after him. Great play to avoid the sack and pick up a couple yards, but not close to the 1st down. So the Ballou punt team will join on the field, looking for a big Wilson field position if they can get a good return on this one.
Prince will be back to return this one per usual.
So on back-to-back possessions, Ballou goes 3rd and out.
And that's
going to be the end of the 1st quarter. So
The score is Wilson Tigers.
After the first quarter, 0-0. Neither team really been able to make anything happen due to the rain on the offensive end. So look for the first team to make something happen to really take the momentum in this game if they can work together a good offensive drive.
By going and get your pizza, wings, warm chocolate chip cookies, cinnamon rolls, chips, candy, soda, tea, or
A 4th and 12 will be set up when we come back.
Department today. Ladies and gentlemen, we must remind you, face coverings are required at all times. Spectators are allowed at athletic events. However, spectators must comply with the face covering expectations at all times. Thank you and stay safe. The class of 2011 is planning their 10-year reunion this fall. Stop past their table to get additional information.
And welcome back to Horace Fleming III Field. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. We've got a home matchup between the Wilson Tigers and the Ballou Knights. Still a 0-0 scoreless tie to start this second quarter.
So 4th down and 12. Again, Landon Prince is in the back, looking to return this punt, looking to give this Wilson offense some great field position to try to get on the board first.
A 4th and 12 for the Ballou Knights in dangerous field position. They'll take the snap and it'll be muffed and wrapped up by the Tigers, pushed towards the end zone, but that should be blown dead. Great field position for the Tigers, which will set up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, great play right there by that Wilson Tigers. Again, rain make a difference in this game. Bad snap right there. Punter's not able to connect on that one. So tries to go out for a run, but Wilson defenders are able to swarm him, and it's given their defense is basically given Wilson a great drive, where now they're inside the 10, looking to score right here.
Yeah, Khalil H was back to punt there, and just seemed like the ball slipped out of his hands, and the Tigers were on that and wrapped him up for a 1st and goal here.
Yeah, look for Wilson to really go to the run game, as they only have to get 5 yards in 1st and goal right here.
1st and 5 here for Godavaterne and the Tigers. Godavaterne will line up in the shotgun with Prince behind him. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Prince, who was met by a Ballou defender, but breaks to the left and touchdown! Tigers! Landon Prince in the end zone after a couple broken tackles and a huge run for the Tigers to get them on the scoreboard early.
Yeah, absolutely great play right there by Landon Prince. You were thinking that the Ballou defenders were in the backfield, thinking that play was going to be tackled for a loss, but we know how good of a talented player that Landon Prince is, so able to make one guy miss and then take it to the outside, beat a couple men, and take it in for 6, giving Wilson the 6-0 lead, and see if they can extend it to 7.
As crazy as it sounds, that is the first offensive touchdown you have seen here on Wilson Live for a football game. Very exciting for the Tigers to get on the board early, especially for the homecoming game, as they take a demanding lead 6-0 and look to take advantage of that extra point with Wall back there to kick.
Yeah, it's going to be a timeout, Wilson. I think there was confusion on whether if they were going to go for it with the offense or bring. Oh, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, actually. This one on Wilson. So they're going to move down back that extra point a little bit, making it a little harder for Wall, but we'll see if he can make this one even through the rain. So this one's going to be a longer field goal around the 17-yard line instead of the 2.
Monty Johnson.
Let's see if Wall can knock this one in and extend the Wilson Tigers lead. It's up.
Wall will knock this one in. A good kick for Wall there.
And that extra point is good.
Big play by Wilson, and they're leading this game early in this second quarter.
To 0.
Let's see if Ballou can bounce back in this one and even the game back up. Or let's see if this Wilson defense can continue and shut down this Ballou offense.
Kicking off for the Tigers, Ian Wall.
So after the Prince touchdown, Wall will kick it off. A 7-0 lead for the Tigers early here.
That whole drive was really made by that Wilson defense. So let's see if they can continue this on this one and continue to shut down this Ballou offense. So Wall is back to kick it after the extra point.
Wall will put this one into the hands of Keyshawn, who will look to make a return through the rain. He does to about the 30-yard line and wrapped up by a whole bunch of Tigers.
Great special teams play right here by Wilson to wrap him up around the 30. Not the greatest kick from Wall right there. So Ballou is going to have some decent field possession to give their offense something to go.
Yeah, let's see if Zion Pierce can get it going here after 2 3-and-outs.
Yeah, like to see them attack the pass game as the run game really hasn't been able to get anything going. Rain has really slowed down a little bit, so not as big of a factor. Looking like this game will be able to continue.
Pierce under center. Motions Keyshawn to the right side. Now motions DeMonte West to the left side, and he'll roll out to his left to the 30. Breaks a couple tackles and goes to the 40. No Tigers there to make any tackles, and a good gain from the Ballou Knights quarterback, Zion Pierce.
Yeah, like you talked about earlier, coming into this game, we knew that Pierce was going to get lots of carries, so to be able to pick up the first down on the first down for this Ballou Knights team, that's huge for them to get some momentum. But it's like going to be a penalty, so it's going to be bringing these Ballou Knights back.
Yeah, a holding call there. Probably the reason for that big gain from Pierce.
Now you got to think that in first and long, they try to go for the pass game now, since the run game really hasn't been able to get anything going.
First down and 10 for the Knights.
A 1st and 10 for the Knights on the 22-yard line.
For the Knights at the 22-yard line.
11 minutes and 31 seconds left. Wilson still up 7-0 after the Landon Prince rushing touchdown. Pierce in the shotgun. Khalil Burgess to his left. And the play will be waved dead. A timeout.
Yeah, one big factor for this Wilson defense that we really haven't seen in other games is their defensive line. Zion Pierce has had no time in the pocket to really make anything happen, and they've been stopping the run game too. So far, the defensive line for Wilson has really made some plays happen and stopped this Ballou offense.
Yeah, good to see here early. Both lines functioning well for the Tigers. Good blocks for Prince and good rush defense and attack on Zion Pierce.
As the Knights call a timeout, looking to make something happen on 1st and 20 right here. Backed up big after that penalty, looking to gain their first down of this game. The offense and defense are back on the field. Pierce in the shotgun. Tigers stacking the box, 1 safety down.
Zion Pierce will roll out to his left, look to break a couple tackles, and he'll be brought down by Rosebar in the backfield. Huge loss for the Knights and a huge gain for the Tigers.
Yeah, like I said before, like I just said, Wilson defensive line really getting to him. Offensive line for Ballou really hasn't been able to hold their blocks, and this time it's the linebackers. Mikey Rosebar able to finish that sack and to bring the Knights even farther back after even it was a 1st and 20. So now it's going to be even a longer 2nd and long, but there's going to be a flag on this play. Looks like it's going to be another flag on Ballou. I know this one's going to be on Wilson. I apologize, on Ballou, so they're going to be walking even farther back.
First down and 20 for the Knights from the 22-yard line.
So Pierce has to make something happen. Still 1st down, so still have 3 downs to work, but got to attack downfield. Pierce in the shotgun.
Pierce in the shotgun, he'll take the snap and roll right, looking for a little option run. Wall trying to chase him down, and he does, and he'll bring him down out of bounds, but what might be a 1st down for Ballou Knights after a big carry there.
So he's just going to get around to that 10-yard line. So it's still going to be a 2nd down and 10, but big play right there by Pierce to pick up around 15 yards. We know Wilson has struggled with picking up on those quarterback runs. So that design quarterback run right there, able to pick up some good yardage and look for them to keep attacking that if it continues to be successful.
Yeah, Wall seemed fooled there on that left side. He bit on the run a little too heavy, and then it allowed Pierce to get to his outside and pick up a good gain for the Knights. Pierce under center. He'll motion Keyshawn to his right side and go to the shotgun. Motions Keyshawn across the field once again, and Pierce takes the snap. Looking for a pass, he does fire it right into the hands of Khalil H., who is brought down. A huge pass for the Knights for a 1st down. Big completion, and the Tigers defense looks confused there.
Yeah, rain slowed down a lot right now. So Ballou Knights able to work in the pass game and pick up a big play for the first down as they enter into Wilson territory. They're driving, see if they can string this drive and even this game back up.
A big 1st down, which will set up a 1st and 10 on the 46 for the Knights. Still 7-0 Wilson as the clock is ticking down to about 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Pierce under center to start. He moves to that shotgun position once again and motions Keyshawn. Pierce takes the snap and will hand it off to Keyshawn, who's in motion. Wrapped up by Mikey Rosebar, and a fumble on the play. Looks like it's recovered by the Tigers. It is. Great defensive possession by the Tigers to turn that around there and force a fumble from the Ballou Knights there.
Yeah, sad play to see right there. Ballou driving down the field, make 2 big plays in a row. Looks to be like an injured player on the field. And for the Wilson Tigers defense to pick up a big play and get the turnover to stop the momentum from the Ballou Knights is a huge momentum factor in this game.
Yeah, Keyshawn down on that one. He got the snap in motion. You see often the Ballou Knights line up under center and then move to the shotgun. What's that about, Nat?
It's just about kind of reading what the defense that Wilson is trying to bring, see if they can come out in a man or zone set and kind of being able to read that before the play, or just get someone to jump, just mess with the defense as much as possible to try to help your offense as much as possible. So they've done that a lot, and it's worked so far on those last 2 plays, and so like to see them continue that when they're on the offensive field, but turnovers happen, and now it's going to be Wilson's ball, looking to extend their lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the fall athletic team updates. The girls JV soccer team here at Wilson scored an 8-3 win over Ballou to improve to 6-1. The boys JV soccer is 6-0 and they face Gonzaga this week in a battle for the team's top city team. Girls Varsity Soccer defeated Ballou 3-0 Friday to improve to 8-2. The girls have won a home match against Wells on Monday.
So the Tigers take over from the 42-yard line of 1st and 10. Huge momentum shift after that big first down from the Ballou Knights. A forced fumble. Gadavaterne now in the shotgun once again. Prince to his right. He'll roll back and look to pass. He fires across the middle, intended for Taiwan Day, but incomplete. Looked like that was open. A missed pass from Gadavaterne there.
Yeah, we know Wilson likes when they're passing the ball, they like to attack across the middle a lot with those like deep slants, around 10-yard slants. This time it was open to Taiwan Day, and we know he's a talented wide receiver, but Gadavaterne not able to connect on that one, too low on that pass, but see if they can continue to attack the passing game.
A 2nd and 10 here from the 42-yard line after the incomplete pass. Gadavaterne in the shotgun. Prince behind him. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Prince, who bounces out to the right side, hits the edge, and will run to about the 50-yard line, met by a bunch of Ballou tacklers and still powering forward. A huge run from the Tigers and Landon Prince, who breaks about 5 tackles on that play for a big gain.
There's going to be a flag on that play, though. Like we talked about earlier, Prince is a hard guy to tackle, so what would be a normal gain for maybe 1 or 2, he's able to extend that for a first down. But my guess is this flag is going to be on the Wilson Tigers, and this play is going to be brought back.
Yeah, it looks like a hold there. Big gap towards that outside edge, and you know now why.
See if Wilson continues to go back to the run game, or if they switch it up now on 2nd and long.
Will be a 2nd and long for the Tigers from the 35-yard line. A 2nd and 20 here. Gadavaterne in the shotgun once again. He's got Collins to his right this time. And Connor Riley, the fullback, to the left. Taiwan Day towards the bottom of your screen. He'll hand it off to Collins, who has a huge gap to the left side. He'll take it to that edge and get to about the 50-yard line, tackled for a huge gain and a first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, huge play right there. Don't usually see Collins as one of those main running backs, but seen him a couple plays so far. Hasn't gotten any big carries so far, but a great blocking right there by Wilson, able to take it to the outside and pick up a huge first down after a long 2nd down and long.
First down Tigers, ball at the Knights 48-yard line.
That'll set up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 48-yard line. Still 7-0, about 8 minutes 20 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Tigers football. Gadavaterne in the shotgun. Connor Riley to his right. Jason Collins to his left once again, and he'll hand it off to Jason Collins, who tries to bounce it out to the outside, but is brought down. A flag is thrown, and Collins will break free into the open field, and he's to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! Jason Collins will score, but might be blown back after a penalty here. Huge run from College, who breaks another set of tackles on that play.
Yeah, but this one's going to be a holding call. Looks to be on the offense, so another big run taken back due to the offensive line holding. So this one's going to be all the way brought back after a very great run right there. So sad to see again.
Huge run from Collins there, boy.
So this one's going to be brought all the way back and leading to a 1st and 15. Again, Ballou struggles to tackle some of these Wilson running backs. What makes them so hard to tackle?
I think Ballou's just not doing a great job of wrapping up right now. But on the Tigers end, we've got some agile guys. We've got some big guys. a lot of 6-footers, a lot of 6'5", and we also have some big guys on the line too. So look to see them break free and really have a dominant game and just pound the ball a lot and have some success in the run game. Timeout now for Wilson.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, very prevalent so far this drive is the penalties. As Wilson was really working towards Ballou territory, now they've pushed back just below their 40 due to penalties. That's really killing this drive where they've had some huge plays.
Yeah, we saw it a couple weeks ago. Penalties kill the game and forced us to lose against Bell after a humongous set of penalties from the Tigers. And now, once again, the troubles early on the line with the holding and false starts. Like to see the Tigers clean it up here if they want to have more success in this game.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. It also just kills momentum, where the Tigers are getting a groove on it, but the game just keeps getting slowed down due to the penalties, where neither team can really make anything happen or get in a groove.
So what looks to be a 1st and 22 here, a long first down for the Tigers on the Knights' 37-yard line. 7 minutes and 57 seconds left. Wilson still up 7-0 after the Landon Prince touchdown.
First down and 10 for the Tigers at the 37-yard line.
Now we've got what looks to be Armani Johnson in the game, the backup quarterback. He'll fake a handoff and try to rush it, but nothing there. Looks like the play was a little bit rushed after a missed snap, but interesting to see there Armani Johnson in the game instead of Gadavaterne. We know Armani Johnson is that backup quarterback, but interesting to see the Tigers move to him after a little bit of early success from the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it was more of just a wildcat set, trying to get a design quarterback run. But it looked like Ballou was ready for it, able to pick up a good tackle in the backfield. But still, even though they made that tackle, they didn't actually bring him down to the ground. So they're really struggling to bring him down to the ground. I mean, any of these Wilson players should bring him down to the ground, which they have to work at. So Gadavaterne stays off the field. They continue to go to Johnson.
Armani Johnson in the shotgun with Prince to his left. He'll take the snap and fake the handoff and roll to his left. He's met for a huge tackle by Keyshawn for a big loss. Unfortunate here and no success early for Johnson.
Yeah, great sign right here from Ballou. Again, a great tackle for loss on another designed quarterback run. They were ready for it. And then another big thing is Keyshawn Johnson is back in the game. We know he's a talented guy on the offensive end, a big wide receiver that could go up and get the ball. But this time on the defensive end, making a big tackle for loss, leading Wilson to an even farther 3rd and long.
So you think the Tigers will air it out here on a 3rd and 25 from the 31-yard line. Time still ticking down, about 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter.
You got to think that they attacked the pass game with 3rd and 25. Gadavaterne is back on the field. Look for him to tack down the field to Johnson or one of the other talented Wilson wide receivers.
Interesting to see Armani Johnson in the game, but now Gadavaterne back in the shotgun. He's got Rosebar to his right, more of a blocking back. Taiwan Day to the bottom of your screen. And a flag is thrown immediately. Looks like a delay of game.
So Wilson's going to be walking back even more. You would think, oh, this isn't that big of a thing. It's already a 3rd and long. It's getting longer, but a big thing is field position on the punt. We know Wall is a talented punter, but now they're working back towards that below their 30-yard line, inside that 25. So you make a good punt around from here, and it's more looking like to the 40 instead of towards the 30, where Ballou gets some good field position.
A 3rd and 36, huge 3rd down for the Tigers after some penalties and a couple plays for losses. Gadavaterne will line up in the shotgun. You'd think they look to pass it here. Armani Johnson to the top of your screen, Taiwan Day to the bottom. Rosebar to the right of Gadavaterne. He'll take the snap and drop back, and he will pass. He'll step up in the pocket. It is collapsed, and he'll be sacked in the backfield for another loss from the Tigers. Gadavaterne can't make anything happen. And the Tigers will have to punt here.
Yeah, another great play right there by the Ballou defense, able to pick up the sack on that, and given Gadavaterne no time and no open reads downfield, everything was clamped down, and so now the punt team gets even farther pushed even farther back, to where the Ballou Knights have a great opportunity to score on this next possession if they can get some good field position on this punt.
Gadavaterne continues to struggle here early in this one. Connor Riley on the snap to Wall, who delivers a boot high in the air but pretty short on top of the Tigers' heads and picked up by a linebacker, but that'll be blown dead. A little bit of a muff there from Wall.
Yeah, not the greatest punt right there. More want to try to get that punt long, but this one's arched up high and doesn't go very far, so Ballou is inside Wilson territory, looking to drive only around that 45-yard line. Great opportunity for a score though on this drive, and if they can continue on their momentum from last drive, even though they turned the ball over at the end of that.
Yeah, super unfortunate here if the Tigers would give up a score heading towards the end of this half. 7-0 here still, as Wilson maintains the lead after a Prince rushing touchdown early in this one. First and 10 from the Ballou Knights after a 3-and-out and a muff punt. They'll have it on the 45-yard line. Zion Pierce under center. Hill audible once again. Keyshawn moving to his right. Hill motion Keyshawn across the field once again. Pierce takes the snap, and he will drop back and pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he is met for a sack and a huge loss. That's DeAndre Howard in the backfield there for a sack. A big tackle and a big loss for the Tigers.
Yeah, looking like both teams' defensive line have really been able to get to the quarterback and give him no time to really make anything happen. This time it's Wilson getting into the backfield. So again, kind of ruining that field position that they had. Now this time back in their own territory across the 50, leading to a second down and long.
Second down and 20 for the Knights at their own 48-yard.
A second and 17 here from their own 48 after the tackle for loss. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left and counting. Still 7-0 Wilson. Pierce under center. He'll motion to that shotgun formation once again. Motions Keyshawn to that left side. He'll motion him across the field once again to the right side. And he'll take the snap and drop back and try and pass this one. He rolls out to the right to a wide open receiver, and he'll be tackled and lit up, but not before a big play. That was Khalil Burgess there. Once again, no one on Burgess on that open field.
Yeah, Wilson electing to really bring the blitz on each play, only having one safety in the back and Johnson, and leaving these corners in a man situation where no one was manned up on that running back after he ran out in the backfield, able to pick up a big play, leading down to a 3rd and short. So great opportunity right here for Ballou to pick up a first down.
Yeah, it seemed like there's a lot of confusion here, a lot of motions, a lot of audibles for the Ballou Knights, and it's throwing off the Tigers for sure. Pierce will be in that shotgun. Let's see if he changes that up at all. He's got Burgess to his left. He motions Khalil H across the screen. And he'll take the snap and roll out to his left for a little bit of a quarterback option. And he'll be met by Jason College towards the sideline.
He will be able to pick up that first down though. Design quarterback run. Great blocks by those wide receivers. Able to pick up around 5 yards on that one. So moving the chains forward. Almost entering in that red zone.
First down and 10 for the Knights.
The Ballou Knights take it into the Tigers' position towards the end of this half, seeing if they can get on the board here. Lots of motions, lots of audibles for the Ballou Knights here early. Pierce will line up under center once again. He's got Khalil Burgess to his right. Motions Keyshawn across the screen. And that'll be a timeout from the Ballou Knights after a little bit of confusion there.
Yeah, those motions by Ballou have really been working against Wilson. This time they were confusing themselves, so forced to call that timeout to not be able to give up that delay of game and work their offense backwards. See if they can continue to do to that and continue to confuse the Wilson Tigers defense and work towards the red zone.
Volleyball is currently 13-2-1 and ranked number 1 in the BCIAA. They play Dunbar, Stone Ridge, Merrill, and Seatbelt this week. Girls and boys cross country are gearing up for the BCIAA Championship, which will be held on October 27th.
As the offensive defense come back on the field. 1st and 10. Ballou looking to continue their offensive drive.
A 1st and 10 from the 32 here. Zion Pierce under center. He'll take it and hand it off to Khalil Burgess, who's met by many Tigers defenders and eventually brought down by Robert Nelson.
Yeah, but still, great blocks right there by that offensive line. Is able to pick up around 7 yards to lead to a 2nd down and short. So great play right there by Ballou. They're really working their playbook to attacking all types of the field, quarterback runs, motions, this time running up the middle, which we haven't seen so far this game, and it's really getting to this Wilson Tigers defense.
Yeah, Tigers look confused defensively throughout this half so far. Zion Pierce will line up under shotgun, under center. And so it's just a shotgun once again. Lots of audibles here for the Knights. He'll motion Burgess to his left. And he'll take the snap and fake the handoff and look to pass. He fires it, but too high for his intended receiver. Jason Collins on that coverage. Pierce with the missed pass.
I'm still liking the play calls from these Ballou Knights. Really mixing it up well and keeping these Wilson Tigers on their toes to not be able to guess the plays, what they're running. Mixing it up well. And this time attacking downfield. Not able to connect with the wide receiver, but still I'm liking the play call.
About a minute and 18 seconds left. A huge 3rd and 3 to end this half here. Still 7-0 Wilson after the Landon Prince early touchdown. A 3rd and 3 from the 26. Not sure if the Knights have a solid kicker enough to make this in field goal range. Pierce on the shotgun. Once again, he'll motion Keyshawn across your screen, and he'll hand it off to Khalil Burgess, who is brought down for what will not be a 1st down. A huge stop there from the Tigers. Let's see if the Knights decide to go for it here towards the end of this half.
They will. Minute under as we enter under the minute mark in this game. Ballou really got to make some quick plays happen, as they don't got so much time left in this game. Left in this half. Looking to get on the board and looking to even this one up in this 1st half.
The most important play of this game so far, Zion Pierce in the shotgun with Khalil Burgess to his right. He'll take the snap and do a little quarterback option, takes it up the middle, trying to fight for more yards. Wall, Robert Nelson, everyone on the coverage trying to push him back. We'll see if that's a 1st down or not, as Pierce tries to push it forward.
Yeah, interesting play call right there. They're going to rule this one short, it looks like, so Godaventurne is going to be able to get his offense back on the field and give this Wilson opportunity to score with 30 seconds left in this half. Got to think they try to attack downfield and work towards the sidelines to extend their lead.
Huge stop there from the Tigers to end this half. Let's see if they can make a play happen with 31 seconds left. As we always say in these situations, worst thing you can do is turn the ball over here if you're the Tigers. You can either sit on this or try to make a play happen, but a turnover should not be had here by the Tigers.
Yeah, great, big, huge defensive stop right there by Wilson. 4th and 1. We're able to stop them on 3rd and 3, and then 4th and 1 on both plays to not be able to pick up 3 yards on the run game. So huge stop right there in the red zone, where now Ballou, my guess, is regretting that they didn't take their 3 there, because now in this first half, unless they get a turnover here, they will be scoreless in this first half.
31 seconds left, a 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. As we end this half, Wilson still up 7-0. Gadavaterne in the shotgun. He will take the snap and drop back and pass. He steps up in a collapsed pocket once again, and he'll take this one for a pretty good gain in what should be a 1st down there for Gadavaterne after the pocket collapses.
Yeah, Wilson calls that timeout, able to pick that 1st down on the legs. Pocket was collapsing. Wilson's offensive line continues to struggle to not give Gadavaterne any time to make his reads and work for his open receivers downfield. But Gadavaterne is able to use the legs and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, we saw early in this one that the offensive line was being very effective and the run game was working, but recently we've seen some mistakes, and for the Tigers, nothing to show for it.
20 seconds left in this game. Got to think Wilson tries to attack downfield if they're calling timeouts, thinking they're not going to sit on this one. Try to get some more points on the field. On the opposite end, Ballou doesn't have a great kicker, but on Wilson they do have Ian Wall, who, if they get towards that 40-yard field goal or 42-yard field goal, that might be doable for him.
22 seconds left in what should be a 1st and 10 after this timeout. .22 seconds left. Gadavaterne will try to lead this Tigers offense to one more score before the half. He'll line up in that shotgun position once again. Landon Prince to his left. 4 receivers on the field. Jason Collins, Taiwan Day to the bottom of your screen. Armani Johnson to the top. He'll take the snap and drop back to pass. The pocket collapses and he's hit heavy. Throws it over to Taiwan Day and picked off from the Ballou Knights. A huge attempt there from Gadavaterne and intercepted.
Yeah, Ballou Knights were all over that one. Throws that one up into double coverage. Like we said before, the worst thing you can do right there is turn the ball over, because now they give the Ballou Knights offense opportunity to get back on the field and put a score on the board there. Did not like that read by Gadavaterne. Overthrows that ball and just doesn't give an opportunity for his wide receiver to really make a play on it.
Yeah, Coach Roger is frustrated there with Gadavaterne. He's talking to him on the sideline there. Not a horrible turnover, as we mentioned. It would be the last thing you want to do in that situation, but because it was such a deep bomb, it'll be tough for the Knights to get down the field here in 15 seconds. So expect this to be 7-0 going into the half. Zion Pierce in the shotgun. He's got Khalil Burgess to his right, who will drop into the pass. Pocket collapses, and Pierce is met by many Tigers defenders. Tries to break a couple of tackles, but the play is blown dead. Another sack. I think that was DeAndre Howard for his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, it looks to be a little shaken up after the play. Not a good sign after the last play of the half. But great play right there by Wilson to shake him up as we hit the halftime mark. 7-0 lead for Wilson. Neither team has really been able to get anything going totally on the offensive end. Wilson's able to score on some after their defense makes some big stops and gives them some great field position. But we'll be back with you in the second half.
Yeah, so the Tigers take the Landon Prince touchdown into the locker room, and they'll reflect on this half. It's been Liam Irvin and Nathaniel Wigman. Make sure to drop a subscribe button if you like this video so far. We'll be back after the half. And we're back here. One more final play before this half, and a little run for Khalil Whitney, and that will be half. We'll be back after the half.
With a homecoming court, please line up at the 15-yard line. We'd appreciate your compliance. On October 27th, the Ultimate Teams competed for the Fall Fling Tournament last weekend and finished 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The boys face Washington Liberty on Monday night, and the girls face American University on Tuesday night. The girls and boys crew team will be competing in the Occoquan Chase Sunday in Virginia. Go Tigers! Ladies and gentlemen, the concession stands are open for your convenience. Feel free to patronize the Wilson Athletic Department with your purchases. Yeah, pizza, wings, warm chocolate chip cookies, cinnamon rolls, and much more. Over and patronize the Wilson Athletic Department through their concession stand. Thank you. Class of 2011 of Wilson, feel free to stop by and get information on your upcoming reunion. They have a table right here in the stadium. Get that information so you can participate. Again, shout out to the classes of 1990 and 91 of Wilson, who recently celebrated their 30-year reunions. Let's give them a round of applause. Madison Brown Smith, Vincenzo Salvanaro, the sophomore Royal Court, Jack Clean, Wayne Terrell. I'd like to present to you the junior Royal Court, Kenneth McDowell, Leslie Torres. And finally, I would like to present to you the senior Royal Court, Tyrone Day and J.P. Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, safety is of the essence. We're asking that all participants make sure that they have face covering. It is important that you do that. All spectators must comply with the guidance for the CDC. We appreciate your compliance and stay safe. We want to make a special recognition and let you know that the alumni cheerleaders are attending their homecoming game today. I'd like to recognize a few of them. Let's give all the cheerleaders a round of applause. 1984 class, Jordan Branch. 1985, Donna Powell, daughter of Wilson boys. Basketball coach Will Powell. 1986, Samaya Zane. 1987, Latara Miller. 1987, Michelle Michelle Dasher. 2004 class, Chanel Gregory. 2006, Crystal Drakefield. Sean Bryce, who is the Wilson cheer coach, Sharon Pittman Bryce's daughter. Let's give a round of applause to all the cheerleaders from past and present for the Wilson High School Tigers.
And welcome back, Tigers fans, here at Horace Fleming III Field. After a great first half of football, 7-0 still, the Tigers are leading the Ballou Knights after a Landon Prince touchdown. If you're just tuning in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a like down below. It's much appreciated, and we are banging out content here on Wilson Live. And stay tuned for the second half of football. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nat Wigman. Nat, what do the Tigers have to do to have more success in that second half?
I mean, on the defensive end, they just have to continue what they're doing. They've caused some turnovers on some plays and really not allow Ballou to really get anything going, still holding them to 0 points. And then on the offensive end, just continue to keep the penalty flag off the field. They struggled with that early on some big rushes. Like, they had one touchdown called back on a holding call. So if they do that and keep continuing to push the run game, then they can win this game.
Wall with the boot, and that'll be a touchback. A great kick from Wall there.
And it's kicked out of the end zone for a touchback.
Wilson defense coming out early. Ballou had some showed some signs of light on the offensive end early in the game, and then late in the game too. But we're really well able to rack anything together to put a score on the board.
Yeah, much agreed. The Ballou Knights go 3 and out the first 2 drives, and then have a little something going on the next 2, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, it was bad. They got in the red zone on that last drive they had, really, but weren't able to put up any points for it. We're inside the 25-yard line, decided to go for it on the 4th down, and weren't able to convert.
Yeah, Zion Pierce likes to do a lot of motions. We know that. Look for the audible and the move to shotgun. He'll keep it under center this time, and he'll hand it off to Keyshawn, who will take it to the left side and is met by Robert Nelson for the tackle after a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, as we saw in the first half, these Ballou Knights really like to mix up the play calls, have moved their quarterback out of center and under center, and then do all types of quarterback runs, running back runs, or all kinds of passes. They really like to keep the defense on their toes and not be able to just guess what the play is, because they have so many different plays they can go through.
So interesting to see here. Ian Wall not on the field yet. Looks like he's waiting to check in after switching out his kicking shoe, but we'll see how that plays a factor in the defense. Pierce will take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Khalil Burgess, who was met by many Tigers and brought down after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, we know this Ballou Knights have multiple running backs they have in the field, able to use multiple, and some of their players play multiple positions, and right now it looks like the running game getting going. 3rd down and very short, so see if Wilson can hold them to a 3 and out, or if Ballou will be able to convert on 3rd down.
A 3rd and 1 here, huge to start this half. 10 minutes and 45 seconds and counting. Ball on the 29-yard line. Ballou Knights quarterback Zion Pierce under center. He'll take the snap and go to a simple handoff to Keyshawn, who is met by Wall in the backfield, tackled for a loss. A huge tackle for Wall to force a 3 and out for the Ballou Knights.
That's exactly why he's the leading tackler in DCIA. You could see him just come off that block quickly, off that left side edge, and just absolutely demolish that running back, not allow him to pick up the 1st down and tackle for loss. Great play right there, and he wasn't able to be in the game for the first 2 downs, but able to make the difference on that 3rd down and lead to a 4th down where Ballou looks like to have the offense still on the field, so deciding not to punt again.
Yeah, Wall's presence is always felt when he's on the field, and really doing some work for the Tigers today.
Looks like it's going to be a penalty on Ballou, so they're going to be worked even farther back. Interesting to see if they punt this one now, as it's going to be they're going to call that a penalty on that last play. So it's going to be they're going to repeat 3rd down.
Interesting call there as we start this second half. Ball on the 14-yard line now.
Wilson looking to get their offense back on the field if they can get a stop right here.
A 3rd and 15 here after some confusion. Zion Pierce will be in the shotgun once again. He takes the snap and drops back, looking to pass. Met by some Tigers rushing, and tries to fire it out to the right to Keyshawn, and broken up by Wall, who almost picks that one off. A good defensive possession by the Tigers right there.
Yeah, great defense. defensive line was right on Keyshawn. I mean on the quarterback. Almost a sack, but able to get that one away. But dangerous pass. I think that was the better decision to throw that ball away. Almost intercepted by Wall. We know Wall can intercept passes. Had one last week. Looking to add one into the books, but not able to bring that one down. But it's going to lead up to a 4th down, and the punt team comes on.
Zion Pierce tries to make a play happen and almost ends up in a pick. But now will be a punt after the 3 and out. They've got Khalil H. back to punt this one.
Yeah, we know they've had some struggles on those punts. Had one where in a similar situation where they're back up towards their own end zone and were just a muffed punt, didn't get it blocked or turn the ball over, but was tackled for a loss and allowed Wilson to score that first touchdown.
The rain really coming down here steady, and Khalil H. will take this one to the right once again after a muff snap, and he's wrapped up by, that is number 7, Nakai Robinson. A big tackle in the backfield. Once again, the Ballou Knights have a muff punt, and it results in great field position for the Tigers.
Yeah, let's see if Wilson can capitalize on this great field position like they did in that first half. Wilson come out in the second half with lots of energy and see if their offense can feed off of that after their defense makes some big plays.
So this will be a 1st and 8 now. A huge turn of events for the Tigers to start this second half. Let's see if they can capitalize on the Ballou Knights' mistakes.
Yeah, gotta think Wilson continues to go to the run game. Rain has picked up a little bit now, and they've really been effective in it so far. So thinking they're gonna go to Jason Collins as he's in the backfield right now.
Ian Wall checking into the game at the tight end position for that blocking. Once again, Collins to the left of Gadaviterne. Gadaviterne will take the snap and hand it off to Collins, who tries to bounce it out to the right side and is tripped up by number 5, DeMonte West.
Yeah, Wilson looks like to be changing the running backs here. In comes Mikey Rosebar, and out comes Landon Prince. Got to think Wilson keeps continuing to push the run game inside the 10. Pass game hasn't really been able to get anything going for Alex Gadaviterne, and the offensive line has done pretty well on the run game, but not been able to really support him when Alex drops down to pass.
So a 2nd and 7 will be set up here. 2nd and goal on the 8-yard line. 8 minutes and 55 seconds and counting left. 7-0 after the Landon Prince touchdown in the first half. Gadaviterne will take the snap and hand it off to Jason Collins, who tries to bounce it out to the right side once again and is met by many Ballou Knights defenders. He's still going, touchdown!
Huge play right there by Jason Collins. We talked about earlier, Ballou would struggle to bring some of these running backs down, and this time it's Jason Collins who's able to break multiple tackles and get in the end zone. But again, like we talked about on some of those plays where they've broken those tackles, there's a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a holding call on Wilson. So another touchdown being brought back.
Yeah, horrible holding there. That'll give them worse field position than they started with and will result in a repeat of down. That is unfortunate if you're a Tigers fan. Ballou Knights seem to be doing a good job wrapping up, and then Collins just broke free on that play. Interesting to see what they'll do on this repeat 2nd down, 2nd and 13 here.
See if they can make something happen. Now, not 2nd and long. 2 running backs in the backfield.
Gadaviterne in the shotgun, Rosebar to his left, Collins to his right. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Collins, who bounces it out to the left side. Looking for a block from Rosebar. He gets it. He'll try to break a tackle and is brought down at the 5-yard line after a great block by Rosebar on that left side.
Yeah, huge rush right there to pick up around 8 yards, bring them back inside that 10-yard line, and really give them opportunity to score on 3rd and short. Inside the red zone, gotta think that they'll go for it on 4th. Not going to be satisfied with 3 after their defense gave them some great field position.
Khalil H. on the tackle there, a huge important tackle for the Ballou Knights there. Third and goal here for the Tigers. 7-0 still, 7 minutes and 55 seconds and counting. In this third quarter, Gadaviterne in the shotgun. He's got Mikey to his right. Collins behind him. He'll hand it off to Collins, who has a big hole and works into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Collins gets his last touchdown call back, but this time gets it again, and a beautiful touchdown by this Wilson Tigers team, extending the lead to 13-0. Beautiful blocks by that offensive line, and they're able to convert off their great defensive play.
Collins once again makes a great rush through a Mikey Rosebar block. Interesting to see the Tigers utilizing that fullback position more this week, and it has really been effective for the Tigers in this game so far.
Yeah, now Wall's going to come out. A little confusion on where his cooking shoe was, so it's going to be a little bit slower, but he'll be out here for the extra point, trying to extend the lead to 14-0. Big play right here by Wilson to extend their lead early in this second half, make it a two-possession game.
Yeah, interesting to see how Wall here, who is rushing onto the field and trying to tie his shoe rapidly in the rain, will be affected here.
Doesn't phase Wall, knocks it in right through the center. Beautiful kick and extends the lead 14-0.
Doesn't phase him at all. Great kick by Wall there, running through. Had to tie his shoe real quick. Doesn't even really get his rhythm on the walk back, and just a great play there.
Now see if Ballou can counter this. Offense has an opportunity right here again to make something happen. We're stopped early in that first drive in the second half. See if they can come back and stop the momentum of Wilson, or see if Wilson can continue their defensive dominance and hold Ballou to another 3rd and out.
14-0 here after 2 rushing touchdowns, one by Landon Prince and one by Jason Collins most recently. Wall will look to kick this one off to the Ballou Knights.
A little bit confusion like we talked about before. Rain was a big factor in that first half, especially in that first quarter, and rain has continued to pick up, and refs have had to have some trouble of drying the balls off after every play to keep the ball dry.
Tigers take a commanding lead in their homecoming game. Wall boosts this one again. Forces Keyshawn to move back. He'll take this one out of the end zone. To the 20, to the 30. Still not met by a Tiger yet. And he'll be brought down at about the 33-yard line by many Tigers.
Yeah, great return right there by Keyshawn. We know he's all over the field. Made some good defensive plays. Made some great offensive plays. Really hasn't been able to get effective in the pass game like we know he can. But making the plays on the special teams that could give this opportunity for this Ballou offense to score.
At the 33-yard line of the Knights.
So after Ballou going on a 3 and out, looking to make something happen in their second offensive possession in the second half.
Zion Pierce looking to make something happen and get these Ballou Knights on the board here. He'll be under center to start this play. Audibles once again, but some confusion on the line there, and DeMonte West jumps off sides. That'll move the Ballou Knights back. Interesting to see there, the audibles hurting the Ballou Knights that time and not helping them.
Yeah, that's the big negative of it. It not only can confuse the defense, but it can confuse the offense. So on that play, they're going to be working back, and it's going to lead to a 1st and long.
Yeah, that'll be a 1st and 15 from the 33-yard line. Zion Pierce in the shotgun. Rain coming down heavy here. He'll take the snap and drop back and look to pass. Dodges a Tigers defender. Steps up in the pocket and fires to number 9. That's Khalil H. And fumbled to Armani Johnson right into his hands. He'll take that one back for a huge Tigers turnover. A great play by Armani Johnson there.
Yeah, huge play right there. Beautiful pass right there by Zion to read out the pocket, escape the pressure, and find a read. Completes the pass, but the receiver turns around, and Armani Johnson, who we know is one of these star players that can make plays on this defensive end for Wilson, gets a beautiful strip fumble, and it leads to the Wilson offense to get back on the field early in the second half again. So Wilson looking to strike again.
Demoralizing for the Ballou Knights. Boy, they march down the field and complete a big pass, and then a fumble right away from Armani Johnson. Unfortunate if you're a Knights fan.
First down and 10 for the Tigers.
Now the Tigers are back on the field again in beautiful field position. Their defense has really stepped up big time this game, and it's really led to the 2 touchdowns that they've had so far.
Wind and rain really picking up here. Garaviterne in the shotgun. He's got Mikey to the left of him. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Landon Prince, who tries to find a hole and does. Breaks through for about a 5-yard gain. Good carry by Prince there to get the offense moving.
Wilson continues to push the run game. Like we talked about in the pre-show, whoever can get the run game going early and often and be effective can win this game, and so far it's been Wilson. Wilson has had that 3-headed backfield of Landon Prince, Mikey Rosebar, and Jason Collins, and they've all been effective so far.
Yeah, interesting to see here the fullback once again in. Garaviterne in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Prince, who bounces it out to the outside, and that ball is coughed up once again and into the hands of the Ballou Knights. Unfortunate for Landon Prince, who seems to have a hole there. Tries to break a tackle, bounces outside, and coughs the ball up.
Yeah, huge play right there by Ballou to pick up a turnover, give their offense a chance to get back on the field after having 2 quick drives this play, leading into nothing. But sad to see right there by Landon to be able to cough that one up. Was thinking that if he breaks that tackle, he might have been able to take that one for 6. But instead, Ballou defender is able to put his hand in there and cough that one up, and they're able to turn the ball over.
First down and 10 for the Knights at the 23-yard line.
So now the Knights have another opportunity. Their defense holds them in this game, give an opportunity to bring themselves back.
A 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line for the Knights. Takes the snap and will hand it off for no gain. That was Zion Pierce handing it off to Khalil Burgess.
Yeah, Khalil Bridges really hasn't been able to get anything going consistently this game. He's had some good rushes, but throughout this game he's just struggled recently. Not been able to get outside where he wants to and get into open space. And Wilson's defensive line and linebackers in unison have been effective.
A 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. 5 minutes and 55 seconds and counting. Pierce will line up in the shotgun. Motions DeMonte Westover and will drop back and pass. Looking and firing to Khalil Whitney. Lit up by Armani Johnson and Ian Wall, and incomplete. Great defensive play there by the Tigers in the secondary.
Yeah, they're all over the field like we talked about on both sides of the ball. Ian Wall been playing a bigger role on the offensive end. We know he usually plays a big role in the special teams and the defense. And then Armani Johnson, we know he's all over the field, and this time both of them leading into a big hit together. We know there's those superstars on that defense, and they're making plays.
15 minutes. So if you want to get those items right now, those last-minute things, get to the concession stand right
So
now.
third down and 10. Ballou has to make something happen. 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in this third quarter.
Still 14-0 here. Tigers have the lead. Zion Pierce in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and drop back and pass. Once again, he rolls to his left. Met by Nakai Robinson. Breaks a tackle and hits the edge and is met by Robert Nelson, who brings him out of bounds.
Yeah, he made a great play on his feet again to avoid the sack. Able to pick up a couple yards, but it's still going to lead to a 4th down. So my guess is the punt team will come on, or they might decide to go for it. Just because they need to make something happen. They need some points on the board. They need to stop the momentum that this Wilson team has. But they decide to bring the punt team out.
Yeah, Ballou Knights got to get something going on offense here. Wouldn't be surprised if they went for it on this 4th and 8, but a bit of desperation. Could see a punt for sure.
Punt team is out. Offensive line has just struggled to give their quarterback any time in that pocket. Landon Prince coming back out to return this one.
Number 9, Khalil Hill starts.
4th and 8 here. Let's see if they do punt this one.
Is number 1.
They do, but it's muffed towards the sideline. That's tipped, and Wall will sit on it eventually.
Yeah, not the greatest punt right there. Only able to get around 15 yards on that punt. So, giving this Wilson offense another opportunity to score and some great field position.
Yeah, let's see if they can limit the turnovers and penalties here in this possession and really get a drive strung together and score a touchdown.
Yeah, look for them to continue to aggress the run game, work in multiple backs, and try to get to the outside with space.
Ladies and gentlemen, the concession stand.
Looks like some confusion with the refs about what the call is. Looks like they're going to call it Wilson ball.
For the ride home is support your Wilson Athletic Department with your purchases.
Talk to me about what Godovan Tierney can do to really get this Wilson offensive pass game going.
Yeah, I think he's got to be patient in the pocket. Oftentimes you see the pocket collapse. He doesn't have a lot of time, and he's got to make a quick decision. And that's hard if you're a quarterback. You know, you don't have enough time to run through your progressions, and you're just rushing every play. I think he's got to slow down the game and really see what's open, what's happening, not force anything, and he should be good. We know he's a talented quarterback. He's got a great arm, got a great build, and we know he can run if needed. He's just got to, have some more confidence, stay in the pocket, and play how he knows he can play.
Yeah, I agree, but it starts with the offensive line, I feel like, because they often struggle with now they're going to call this one Ballou ball. They're going to call it that it was, since it was blocked by the Wilson defender, they're going to call it that it was a fumble, and it's going to be Ballou ball. Interesting call. Wouldn't say I agree with it.
46-yard line. First down and 10 for the Knights.
So now the Blue gives another opportunity to score, another drive to make something happen. See if they can finally get something going.
Yeah, they have better field position here. For those of you who are confused, the punt was tipped. So as soon as a Tigers player touches that football, it's live for any players. And the Tigers had an opportunity to sit on it there, but I think everyone was a little confused, and they let the Knights pick that one up. And now it will be the Knights' ball, which is unfortunate for the Tigers as they were looking to get some good field position. But now the Knights back on the field. Zion Pierce under center. He'll take the snap and fake the handoff, roll out to his right, breaks the tackle, sets his feet, fakes a throw, and he is sacked. Brought down by a combination of Ian Wall and Josiah Sanders.
Again, we keep saying the name Ian Wall. This time it was Josiah Sanders with him, really getting in the backfield and not giving Zion any time in that pocket to really do anything. Choose to roll out right away, but he's going to be sacked for another 2nd and long.
Yeah, got to credit Zion Pierce there. He made a couple man miss, but just no one open downfield, and a good business decision not to force that one.
So 2nd and long. Got to think that they maybe at some point try to stack the box even more and just give Zion Price as much time as possible and give as much time as possible for one of their wide receivers to get open downfield.
Zion Pierce in the shotgun. A 2nd and 14 here on the 42-yard line. Still 14-0. Tigers are ahead. Zion Pierce in the shotgun, looking to make something happen and start the offense up for the Ballou Knights. He'll take the snap and hand it off to number 21, Khalil Burgess, who is met by many Tigers defenders and brought down for no gain.
Another great defensive play by this Wilson Tigers defense. Again, they continue to look great out here, and continue to hold this offense where they really set up for those 2 touchdowns. Both touchdowns were built upon a great defensive play that gave him great field position. And this one's going to be a penalty, a holding call against Ballou, so they're going to be worked back even farther. Another 2nd down and longer.
Rain coming down heavy, wind picking up as well. Ball on the 42-yard line here for a 2nd and 20 after the holding call. Zion Pierce in the shotgun by himself. He'll take the snap and drop back and pass. Looks to his left side. He fires. Met by Robert Nelson. Tipped up into the air and incomplete for the Ballou Knights. A good play by Robert Nelson there.
Great defensive play right there by Robert Nelson. Swallowed up that play that might have been open, and just all reads. That whole secondary was really covering some great man coverage right there to stop all the passes. I was crediting the defensive line and the linebackers, but you got to credit the defensive backs too. Really not able to give up any wide open reads so far in this game, and made it so that Zion has have to throw into coverage each time he's throwing.
Yeah, good job by the Tigers keeping the defensive pressure up. Setting up a 3rd and 19 here on the 37-yard line. Zion Pierce in the shotgun by himself once again. A receiver to the top of your screen and 2 to the bottom. He'll drop back and pass this one. Pocket collapses and he's met by Nakai Robinson and sacked for a huge loss. Huge play for the Tigers to get in the backfield there and force that sack.
Another great defensive play. Punt team is forced to come out against another 4th down and long. Again, I continue to say it, the offensive line of Ballou continue to struggle, and the defensive line for Wilson and along with the linebackers continue to get to the quarterback and pick up another sack.
Yeah, let's hope that the Tigers can capitalize on this one. Many defensive possessions have been great here today so far, but not enough to show for it on the scoreboard for the Tigers. Gadaviterne and the offense has to come out here and show something special.
See if they can get a better punt here.
Khalil H will take the snap and a good punt. Gets it right into the hands of Prince, who makes a man miss. Bounces to the outside. He has a lot of space. He'll bounce it back outside. Breaks another tackle. Breaks another tackle. A flag is thrown, and Prince will make it to about the 5-yard line. Let's see what that flag is on. Prince with a great return, though.
Great return. That's what it comes with when you kick one of those big punts that's very long and flat. It doesn't allow your defense to get up and stop him. So he has lots of room to run and break some tackles. But I think my guess is this call is going to be against Wilson, and this is going to be going back.
Yeah, you hate to see it once again. The Tigers build momentum. They create a play and just ruled back by penalties once again.
We'll see what this call is. It looks to be not on Wilson. So the ball is going to be inside the 10.
Seems to be a face mask towards the end of that play on Prince. You did see him get pulled down a bit. That would make sense.
Yeah, but still, great return. Landon Prince, you know he makes plays to make up. He had that fumble earlier, so able to make a huge play and make a huge return to give Wilson some great field position, even after that fumble that he had earlier.
Yeah, about a 50-yard return from Prince there. A great opportunity for the Tigers to put some more points on the board, and we hope Prince is okay. He went to the sideline limping.
Yep, so different running back in the backfield. This one's going to be Mikey Rosebar, along with Connor Riley, the fullback. Got to think that they go for a powerful run up the middle with 2 of their power backs in.
Yeah, let's see if they stack the box here and just hand it right off to Mikey. Gadaviterne in the shotgun. Mikey to his left. Booted snap, and Gadaviterne has to sit on it once again. It'll work him back to the 9-yard line after a bad snap.
Yeah, a little bit of a weak snap right there. Maybe too strong, and Gadaviterne is not able to hold on to it, but able to jump on that one, so not to be able to turn that ball over. So it's going to lead to a 2nd down and 9, still inside that 10-yard line. Still a great opportunity for Wilson to score.
Gadaviterne looking at his hands. Seems to be the weather is kicking in here. We've got some slippage.
This time Prince is back in the backfield, along with Mikey. Look for another run right here. This time there's going to be a flag. And it looks to be on Ballou. So Wilson's going to be moving down towards the end zone even more. Another costly penalty for Ballou. So Wilson marching more towards this end zone, looking to extend their lead to a 3-possession lead. 23 seconds left in this third quarter.
Gotoviterne in the shotgun once again, setting up a 2nd and goal here with 23 seconds left in this third quarter. He's got Prince to his left and Mikey Rosebar to his right. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Mikey Rosebar, who will break a tackle and is tripped up. Looks like he'll be marked at the 1. Almost a touchdown there from the Tigers after a powerful run from Mikey Rosebar.
Yeah, beautiful run right there. Got to think that they go right back to it. It's 3rd down and 1. Got to think that they just stack the box, maybe go to an I formation, and look to just power it right through the middle. But a beautiful run right there by Mikey to find the hole, but unfortunate to trip over one of his own feet or a defender and not be able to get in the end zone.
Yeah, you'd love to see Gotoviterne maybe line up in under center at some point. But he'll take this one in the shotgun, and he'll hand it off once again to Mikey Rosebar, who hits the edge and scores.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Tigers, Mikey Rosebar.
Beautiful play right there by Mikey. That play was really made by him. Ballou defenders were in the backfield, but he was able to make one guy miss and really be able to make that play on his own.
Oh boy, and another penalty for the Tigers. Looks like it'll draw that play back once again.
That's the 3rd touchdown so far this game that have been called back due to penalties on the Wilson Tigers. You got to think that it might not affect this game, but if you're looking towards the future, if Wilson really wants to build on this momentum, if they end up winning this game, they have to clean it up on the penalties. You can't afford to cost 3 touchdowns in a single game due to penalties. So now it leads to a 3rd and goal around the 6-yard line. Maybe they switch it up here and go to a pass, or do they continue to the run?
It seems like the run has been working as long as they can limit the penalties here.
Third down and goal for the Tigers at the 6-yard line.
Rosebar and Prince in the backfield.
Gotoviterne in the shotgun. He'll drop back and pass this one. Fires to Armani Johnson and right through his hands. Oh no. Tigers so close once again. And that'll bring up a 4th and goal here. Let's see what the Tigers do.
Yeah, beautiful play call right there. Pass was open. Went right through those hands of Armani Johnson. Ball was a little high, if I do say so. But still got to bring that one in. And you got to think if you're the Wilson Tigers, you got to be frustrated if you don't get 6 here with that great field position from that big punt return from Landon Prince.
So 14-0 here. That'll be a 4th and goal as we'll be back to start the 4th quarter. And welcome back, Tigers, to Horace Fleming III field here. Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. As a 4th and goal will be met. Gotovaterna in the shotgun. Looks to make something happen, and he's brought down by the Ballou Knights defenders, led by Khalil Burgess.
Yeah, you got to be frustrated if you're Coach Rogers and just this whole Wilson team to be able to, by that great play like by Landon Prince, to return that punt and give them that great field position inside the 10 to be able to go 4 straight plays and not be able to get in the end zone. That's got to be frustrating. And now it gives Ballou an opportunity to build off the momentum that their defense gave, just stopping them 4 plays in a row, and maybe try to get in the end zone on their own.
Yeah, interesting call there from Coach Rogers. He must have saw something we did not. We know Wall's been solid the whole day, and that's just an interesting play there on a 4th and 6.
Yeah, I just don't think they were I don't think they would be satisfied with getting 3. I just think he's not happy with his team right there not being able to get in the end zone, partly due to the penalty, but partly just not being able to finish. So now Ballou gets the opportunity to score right here. Not the greatest field position, but give another opportunity to put the ball in the end zone.
Zion Pierce with a little motion. Quarterback option met by the DCIAA tackles leader, Ian Wall, for no gain.
Yeah, beautiful tackle right there. Not able to give Zion any room to get downfield and pick up a first down, as we've seen before. So be a big play right there to pick him up and not give him too many yards, around 2 yard pickup on that gain.
If you're just tuning into this one, 14-0, Wilson with the commanding lead, 11-15, a touchdown by both Landon Prince and Jason Collins, both rushing touchdowns. But the story of this one is penalties and turnovers, many by each team, and cost us a bunch of points here. Pierce in the shotgun, he'll look to pass. Looking to his left, nothing there. Met by many Tigers defenders, but nothing to show. And Zion Pierce tightrope walks up the sideline, and he'll get a good gain off of what looked like a lot of Tigers in the backfield there.
Absolutely spectacular play right there by Zion Pierce, just to be able to make that whole play on his own, to not be able to get sacked in the first place. I thought if he picked up 1 or 2 yards, that's a huge play, but he's able to pick up the first down on his own after multiple Tigers defensive ends and defensive linemen were in the backfield. So huge play right there by Zion to be able to pick up that whole first down on his own. But not a good sign for Wilson's defense to be able to pick that one up and not be able to get the sacker and not be able to make the tackle.
First down and 10 for the Knights at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, we saw a couple big boys in the backfield there. John Pierre Rubio. You saw Jason Collins back there. Wall was trying to chase him down, but Zion Pierce, man, showed some speed and made a play happen. Huge for the Ballou Knights with this 14-0. And a handoff there to Keyshawn, who was wrapped up and tackled for a huge loss in the backfield.
This time by Jordan Strickland. Huge tackle right there by Made. This time being able to make the tackle after not being able to make the tackle last time. And picking up again for some bad second down and long. A lot of tackles in the backfield for this Wilson Tigers team so far today.
Yeah, big play there from the Tigers, and huge to bounce back after that good run by Zion Pierce. We see constantly in this game the Ballou Knights picking up a little bit of momentum and then the Tigers shutting them down. So let's see if the Tigers can do that once again. On this long 1st and 17. On the 25-yard line. 10 minutes and counting, still 14-0. Tigers have the lead. Pierce in the shotgun, he'll hand it off once again. Met by many Tigers defenders, and he'll be brought down. That was Khalil Burgess on the carry.
Again, not able to get that original line of scrimmage, so it's still going to lead to a 3rd down and long. Interesting play call right there to run the ball on 2nd and long. Thought they would go to the pass game as it's been effective on certain plays, and Wilson might not be expecting it, but continue to go to the run game, which hasn't been effective in the second half.
That'll set up a 1st and 14 here on the 28-yard line. Zion Pierce in the shotgun. He's got Khalil Burgess to his left. 2 receivers to the top of your screen and 1 to the bottom. Pierce takes the snap, looking to pass. He fires over the secondary and into the hands of the Ballou Knights receiver. Wide open, and a great pass by Zion Pierce to loft that over the linebackers and under the secondary there.
Yeah, beautiful play right there. Able to pick up a huge first down and maybe be able to build off this momentum, working towards that Tigers territory. And beautiful place ball, like he just said. Wall and another linebacker was just right on that, not just passed over the fingertips of them. But see if they can build on this and continue to go the pass game, as they got to make something happen if they want to win this game with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Zion Pierce in the shotgun once again on a 1st and 10. After a big completion, he'll drop back and pass once again. Collapse pocket. He steps up, makes a couple people miss, and tries a shovel pass. Looked to be past the line there, but he tries it anyway, and it is complete to DeMonte West, but it should be ruled back after he crossed the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, great play right there again to escape the sack. Pocket totally collapsed. Better defensive play right there by the Wilson secondary, but this one should be ruled back for off the pass over forward progress.
Eight minutes and 20 seconds left in this 4th quarter. See if the Tigers can hold their lead.
Interesting, they're going to call this one on holding on the Knights instead of having the pass across the line of scrimmage. Interesting call. I thought the pass across the line of scrimmage would be a bigger penalty, but they decide not to call that, instead go to a holding, which still helps the Wilson Tigers, but not as much if it was the pass against the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, interesting call there. Eight minutes and 15 seconds and counting. A 1st and 12 for the Ballou Knights. Zion Pierce in the shotgun has had some success in the pass game today. He's got Khalil Burgess to his right. He'll take the snap and drop back and look to pass. Pocket collapses once again. He's met by Casey Wood. Wood chasing him to the outside. Wall closing in and tackles him for a huge loss. Ian Wall all over the place per usual.
Great sack right there, be able to scream down. Wasn't even pass rushing, but saw Zion coming out of the pocket and was able to scream down and pick up the sack for leading to a big 2nd and long.
Yeah, we know that's Wall's style of play. He just does what he does, and usually rushes the ball, and sometimes it'll hurt him and sometimes it helps him, like you saw right there. And he's very fast for a linebacker. He's going to have a lot of success here in these next couple of games, and especially next season.
So big 2nd and down, 2nd and long. Got to think that they go to the pass game. Maybe try to have Zion drop back in the pocket and hope for these Ballou blockers to give him some time.
A 2nd and 19 here on the 38-yard line. Zion Pierce in the shotgun once again. Khalil Burgess to his left. He'll take the snap and look to drop back. He fires to Burgess, who exited the backfield and who is met by Armani Johnson and brought down after a good tackle by Armani Johnson in the open field.
You see really big shines of light from this Ballou team on that play. Beautiful time by that offensive line. Gives him time to make the read, sees the running back out of the backfield, makes a beautiful pass and picks up some big yards. But this is all still 3rd and around 7 or 8 yards due to the penalty and the sack.
Pierce in the shotgun. He'll look to pass once again. Pocket collapses, and he's met by the big defensive line. That was Aiden Shaw there.
This time the pure opposite. It's like the offensive line can't be consistent. One time they'll give him pressure time in the pocket, but this time it's total. Aiden Shaw, the bigger defender and the bigger guy, is able to just bully his way through, and it's going to lead to a 4th down opportunity where it looks like the Ballou Knights are going to offense is going to stay on the field, trying to make something happen with only 6 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. I think they got to go for this, even though it's a long 4th down.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag thrown, and that'll be on the Knights, and that most likely will be a longer 4th down for the Knights.
Got to think that they bring out the punt team here, but I guess they have to go for it with 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Have to make something happen. Not much time if they punt the ball. My guess is they're thinking that Wilson can just hold this one out to the point where where Ballou won't have the opportunity to get 2 offensive possessions.
Rain slowing down. Zion Pierce in the shotgun. Khalil Burgess to his right. He'll take the snap and drop back and look to pass. Someone tripped up on the backfield. Tries to make a play happen and fires.
And picked off by Wilson. This one is batted down and picked off by the Wilson D lineman. That's going to be Josiah Sanders.
Yeah, if that'll stand, that's a pick from Josiah Sanders. Good job by Jason Collins and Armani Johnson to break that play up. But once again, Zion Pierce with a good job getting out of the pocket after collapses and making a play on that one.
Huge play by Josiah Sanders. You don't naturally see a D lineman getting an interception, but this time it's going to be batted down by Jason Collins, and it's going to be a diving interception by Josiah Sanders. Great athletic play if they're going to rule this one an interception, unless they rule it down.
Yeah, if you're a Tigers fan, you're happy with either. Obviously, if this play gets ruled down, you're going to have better field position, but for momentum, you might like the pick.
Got to think now, once Wilson gets this ball, they continue to just run the ball constantly, and they're going to rule this one a pick. No, they're going to rule this one incomplete. So, better field position for Wilson, but great athletic play right there by Josiah Sanders. Now Wilson, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. Got to think that they continuously go to the run and try to work this clock.
Yeah, let's see if Godovaterne can get out of his slump and make a play here.
First down and 10 for the Tigers.
Prince and Collins in the backfield.
Yeah, signature Tigers offense. They'll come out in this shotgun formation once again. Godovaterne letting everyone know the play. Armani Johnson to the top of your screen. Taiwan Day to the bottom. And Levon Chambers in the slot.
Wilson's offense seen a lot of progression since their last couple games. They've seen way better than they have. And still not perfect. They've still made some mistakes, but the biggest thing is they have improved since their last couple games, getting in the end zone this time, and that's just a huge step up. And I think one of the big thing that's making that happen is they've decided to continuously every play have 2 running backs in the backfield, and it's allowed for Godovaterne when he drops back to pass to have more time in the pocket, and then also allow another lead blocker for when they decide to run the ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The fullback has really benefited the Tigers today and really caused for both the touchdowns. Godovaterne in the shotgun. He's got Collins to his right and Prince to his left. He'll take the snap and fire to Prince in the open field, who makes a man miss and will bounce it out to the outside and is tackled at about the 32-yard line. Prince looks a little shaken up towards the end of that play. We know he had that ankle injury on the punt return earlier.
Yeah, similar play call to what Wilson usually goes to. They have a pretty much basic playbook. This time on a little swing pass to the left, just a dump off to Prince. Not a good sign for him to be injured as one of your key running backs for this, but hope he's all right.
Here's an injured player on the field. That's number 1, Landon Prince.
Interesting play call still to go to the pass game, as you would think Wilson would want to just keep working the clock, as there's only 5 minutes left in this game, and it's a They're still up 14-0.
Yeah, I like that call though. I like the aggressiveness. I think the Tigers need another score for their confidence and really just to close this one out. And the faster you can do it, the better.
Second down and 6 for the Tigers from the 32-yard line.
Gotoviterne will be in the shotgun, per usual. Mikey Rosebar to his right. Jason Collins to his left. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Collins, who tries to break free but is tripped up by the Ballou defensive lineman.
Number 2, Jason Collins on the carry. Bring up third down and 5.
That'll set up a 3rd and 6 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Rain picking back up here at Horace Fleming III Field. Still 14-0. The Tigers have the lead. Gotoviterne in the shotgun. Rosebar to his right. Collins to his left. He'll take the snap and look to pass. He fires across the middle of the field and almost right into the hands of the Ballou defender, but dropped. Another interesting read by Gotoviterne there, and a little bit of a miscommunication, it looked like, from the Tigers.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. I think it was a miscommunication on who the ball was going for, and what the route was, as it was going right to the hands of a Ballou defender. Lucky to get that one back and not be an interception. But Wilson continues to try to attack this pass game in this late end of this fourth quarter, being up 14-0.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's see if the Tigers can capitalize and get on the board here. Boy, do they need a score. Gotoviterne in the shotgun. Rosebar to his right. Collins behind him. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Collins, who hits the hole and breaks a tackle and is brought down by Keyshawn.
Big gain right there on 4th down to pick up that 1st down. 4th and 6, go to the run game. Jason Collins has had a great day in my opinion. Don't normally see him at that running back position, but Wilson has made that change to move him to get more rushes this game. He's had a touchdown and another big rush on 4th down, but it looks like to be another injured player, which is not a good sign for this Wilson team.
Yeah, with that early success from Collins and Prince being a little bit shaken up, it makes sense why he's getting some touches here. But unfortunate to see here, another Tigers player injured. The rain might be playing a factor here. If you're just tuning in, Tigers still up 14-0 against the Ballou Knights for this homecoming game in the rain. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Tigers with the ball. A 1st and 10 after this injury timeout. We'll see if they can capitalize and end this one out for their first win of the season.
Again, we appreciate you being here, and if you're enjoying this Wilson broadcast, we ask you to subscribe if you're not already, as it supports us and it allows you to be on top of all our content. Along with that, you can hit that notification bell to be notified every time we're live for a Wilson Sports broadcast, and then you can also hit that like button to help support and provide for help support us and promote our content to other people.
Yeah, the Wilson Live channel has been hot this week. Make sure to watch our soccer game that we did last night. Same broadcasters as this one. A super exciting one and a game-winning goal with 18 seconds left. And make sure to follow the Instagram, Wilson_live, for all the updates and when we are live.
Has established a scholarship in the memory of the person who the stadium is named after, Horace Fleming III. And raise money throughout and pay of love.
So 1st down, Wilson Tigers entering that red zone just underneath that 25-yard line, trying to add another touchdown under their books.
Gotoviterne will be in the shotgun. Mikey to his right, Collins behind him, the usual formation for the Tigers. Taiwan Day to the bottom of your screen, Armani Johnson to the top. Gotoviterne takes the snap and will fake the handoff, but he does hand it off to Collins, who hits a gap and is in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Huge rush right there by Jason Collins. Great blocks by that offensive line, and is able to hit the hole and get it in for 6. Second touchdown on the day for Collins, and a huge play, but like we've seen it before, now the 4th time a flag is called on holding on a Wilson touchdown.
Yeah, once again, oh my goodness. It's getting a little ridiculous at this point. We've gotten the end zone 4 times, and every time a holding call has pulled us back. Great rush by Jason Collins there. Looked to be a little bit of trickery. The Ballou Knights were respecting the run from God of Eternity on the keeper, and Collins just broke through that middle. Not exactly sure who that hold was on, but unfortunate for the Tigers once again. The momentum slowed down, and still 14-0 now.
So now Wilson, 1st and 15. Gotten out of the red zone now, looking to still get in the end zone with these last 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
God of Eternity will be in the shotgun. He's got Rosebar behind him. He'll take the snap and fake the handoff and keep this one. He'll try to hit the edge, and wrapped up by Keyshawn. Breaks another tackle into the open field and will be brought down at about the 23-yard line for a pretty good keeper after seemingly nothing there from Alex God of Eternity.
Yeah, that's just people. All kinds of people have been making plays all day for this Wilson team. Have just been able to extend these rushes to where it would normally be a tackle for loss, and able to pick up a good yardage gain on that one. Big play right there by Alex God of Eternity. It's still going to be around a 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. So still looking for a big play right here on 2nd down.
Yeah, that'll set up a 2nd and 15 here on the 25-yard line. Still 14-0. 2 minutes and 40 seconds and counting. And that play is blown dead once again.
There is a penalty on by timeout.
False. That'll be a timeout for the Tigers.
Timeout Tigers.
Yeah, trying to avoid that delay game penalty. And it looks like there might be a substitution at the quarterback position, but I could be wrong. Looks like Edward Diatirle might be entering the game here, trying to get some reps in to prepare him for games next season, as their starting quarterback right now, Alex God of Eternity, is a senior. So we'll see what happens as we are inching closer to that 2-minute mark in this game. Wilson looking to get their first victory of the season over the Ballou Knights. And it is. Alex God of Eternity checks out of the game. In comes Edward Diatirle, the backup quarterback.
Wow, interesting decision from the Tigers there.
2nd down and 11 for the Tigers.
They like to call him Ward. He has been on JV for the whole year and getting some playing time here in the end of this one. Let's see what he has to do. Ward will be in the shotgun. He's got Rosebar behind him. Receiver is stacked around the field. He'll hand it off to Rosebar. Rosebar breaks a tackle, and he is brought down. Good tackle by the Ballou defender there, but not before Rosebar picks up a good gain there.
Yeah, still going to lead down to a 3rd and short. Big play right here if Wilson wants to get in the end zone for the last time. Inching towards that 2-minute mark in this game.
Yeah, also might be interesting because if the Tigers can get a 1st down here, they might be able to clock this all the way down. Ballou still has their timeouts left, but should be interesting to see what the Tigers do here. Landon Prince seems to be out of his pads and getting some treatment on his ankle. 6.
In at quarterback for the Tigers, number 12, Edward Dieterle.
Ward in the shotgun. He's got Rosebar to his right, and that play will be blown dead once again.
Delay a game against the Tigers. Third down and 9 from the 23-yard line.
So after that delayed game penalty, Wilson now in a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it forces them to, in most people's mind, to pass the ball here. See what they do with the backup quarterback in the game.
A minute and 25 seconds left. Tigers still up 14-0 after the Collins and Prince touchdowns. Ward in the shotgun. He's got Rosebar to his right. He'll motion Armani across the screen and hand it off to him. Armani tries to hit a hole, and he does, and eventually brought down by Khalil Burgess. Looks to be a bit short of the first down, though.
Yeah, it looks to be that they're still going to keep the offense on the field. Wall does not have his kicking shoe on, so going to go for it on this 4th down.
It'll be 4th down for the Tigers.
Clock is counting down here. 55 seconds left. Ballou not making any motion to call any timeouts or stop this clock here. Interesting decision by the coaches for the Blue Knights. .40 seconds and counting now. Ward in the shotgun with Mikey behind him. He'll take the snap and drop it right on the ground and fall on it. That'll be a turnover on downs, but what should be the game for the Tigers.
First down, Knights. Ball is turned over on downs by the Tigers.
So Ward came in the game and struggles a little bit, but good to get him some reps in at quarterback to help prep them for next season.
Yeah, good to see the future of the Tigers showing out. So with 33 seconds left, do you think that'll be the game for the Tigers? They'll take their first win of the season here. And the Ballou Knights will fall to 2-6. The standings for the DCIA will stay the same. Wilson still claims the 4th spot, but with the win under their belt this time.
First down and 10 for the Knights.
This could be a big momentum shift for Wilson. Could build off this win next week against Eastern, another team that has struggled so far this season. So could be going on a little bit of win streak and get them ready for this playoffs.
Yeah,
looking ahead, after this win, the Tigers will be 1-5 heading into playing Eastern, and then they host the last 2 games against Dunbar and Woodson.
So Blue's going to call a timeout. Last offensive possession, last opportunity to get in the end zone or really get some reps in on this offense. Extremely struggled so far this game. Had one opportunity in the red zone and wasn't able to capitalize on it. And since then, especially in the second half, they really haven't been able to get anything going. Turn the ball over and a lot of 3 and outs.
Yeah, got to credit Zion Pierce here. He's played a pretty solid one and completed some passes and had a couple of rushes with a collapsed pocket, but nothing brewing here for the Blue Knights, and unfortunate for them that they'll pick up another loss here. Pierce will fake the handoff and roll out to the right side, met by the DCIAA tackles leader Ian Wall, and Pierce makes a business decision to step out of bounds there.
Yeah, doesn't want to get hit by all those Wilson defenders that were coming after him and risk an injury.
Forced out of bounds by number 11, Ian Wall. To bring up second down and 15 for the Knights.
2nd and 15 here after the big loss. 14-0 still, Tigers. Pierce in the shotgun. He'll take the snap to the left and look to run this. And he does. Met by many Tigers defenders and brought down by about 5 people, led by Robert Nelson.
Got to think that was the last play of the game, as the clock probably will tick down to the triple zeros.
Yeah, an interesting game here at Horace Fleming III Field. The Tigers pick up their first win of the season, but it seems like they could have done a lot more here. Coach Rogers gets a win against his former program, and a good win for the Tigers, a good win. They needed this more than anything, and it's important for them that they can go celebrate now and go into Easter next week with a plan and confidence, and really build off this win.
Yep. We appreciate you being here. We're looking forward to next week against Eastern. We will not be at that game, but looking forward to the rest of the season and looking for Wilson to try to build off this win and lead to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The Tigers take a 14-0 win, and that'll be all from us at Horace Fleming III Field here. It's been a pleasure. Make sure to hit a subscribe down below and drop a like on this video. Turn the post notifications on, and make sure to follow Wilson Live on Instagram for updates daily. This has been Liam Irvin and Nathaniel Wigman signing off.
Thank you.